I'm Zach.
I'm Nate.
I'm Zach.
And this is ZNZ Reviews. This is our third episode. And today we'll be reviewing Paul, starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, featuring Seth Rogen as the voice of Paul. It's a comedy, sci-fi comedy, very fun. Two British nerds who go to America, go to Comic-Con, and they go on a road tour around America looking for what? UFO?
Yeah,
sightings?
looking for UFO sightings.
So, what do you guys think about it?
I thought it was really funny, and Paul himself was funny, and they did a good job of just making it more of a, if you want to sit back, relax, watch a good comedy, that's something you should watch.
Yeah, it's not a really complex story, but I thought it was entertaining, and it wasn't stupid. It just stayed very focused. Just went through, and I thought it was really cool. I said earlier in our last video that I thought it was cool how both the movies kind of exceeded our expectations.
Yeah,
this weekend. And the other thing that I thought was really cool was Kristen Wiig. In all of her other movies, she was kind of the bland character. In this one, she kind of went out a little bit more and really distanced from her regular roles. Any idea?
Let's see. Probably say.
Well, one thing I wanted to say was that one of the other good things about it, one of the things that was really funny is it's got this kind of really nerdy sense of humor too. That it does. You want to talk about it?
Nah.
That it does, which is it has all these references to these really nerdy things that are just in the theater only a few people got, which was mainly me, Nathan, Zach.
What else I want to say is all the bad jokes, the dirty ones, but there were kids in that movie. There were 7 5-year-old kids laughing at the dirty jokes.
Some people oh, this movie, it's an animated alien. Yeah, that's cool.
Let's go take my kids to see it. No, that's not what you want to do. That's like taking your kid to go see Hangover. Your kid be like, what is all this?
Yeah, it's the same animation style, so I could see why people wouldn't expect it to be that way. But there is a pretty clear R rating at the end of every single one of their commercials. It is big too, because it kind of seemed like it was bigger in the trailers than
I thought it
other
would
ones.
be more.
They were
I was say I didn't expect more from it, but I didn't expect less from it. It was average.
It was just what you expected. I don't know. I thought it was funnier than I expected, especially since I'd heard from Zach about IGN saying it just wasn't very funny, and so I didn't have great hopes for it. But I figured, it's something that it'll be cool to watch at least once. But it's actually a lot funnier than I had expected, and worth buying at some point just because it's fun, it's funny, it's entertaining. So that's what you're kind of looking for in a movie like that.
I love throughout the movie you'll see people from TV shows or other movies. You're like, hey, he's from that.
Yeah.
What's that one girl?
any fans of Saturday Night Live should definitely go see it because
Bill Hader's in it. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Who's his partner? Do you know who that was?
No, he's in something else
too. Yeah.
He was in one of those comedies they've been putting out lately. One of the Seth Rogen ones.
But Paul is hilarious. You want to see it? I don't recommend seeing it with your family though.
No.
See it with friends. Go see it with your girlfriend or boyfriend.
One thing I'd just like to throw out is that about 3/4 through the movie, Nathan says, "You know who that girl looks like? Is the girl from SNL." And I say, "Nathan, that's because it is the girl from SNL. Did you really just realize that?" And that was kind of the highlight of sitting in the theater watching that movie, was the fact that he realized that 3/4 of the way.
It was halfway. Okay.
It was 3/4.
Okay, so the movies we wanted to compare it to were Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and
Superbad.
Superbad. I don't really relate to Superbad that much.
Well, it's just got. We compared it to those two movies because the two actors, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, are both in Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, and in those movies, there's just the way they play back and forth off each other is really funny, and what they're able to do is make it still not where you're just seeing the same thing over and over, where it's still funny each time they do something. And that's why we compared it to those two. And then it's the director of Superbad, and it's also kind of along that style of comedy too. And
but it isn't the same.
It's not the same in any way.
If you didn't like Superbad, then still go see this because it's totally
it's different.
It's different, yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I didn't think that Paul was really funnier than Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead. It was still good.
Funnier than Shaun of the Dead.
I don't know.
It's different though.
Yeah,
because Shaun of the Hot Fuzz are more of like a British type thing, and this was almost like an Americanized version of that.
Yeah. The director is American. I mean, the two main actors are the only ones that are actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people saw it and kind of thought immediately of Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead if they had seen that.
Yeah.
So just know that it's not really 100% like any of those three movies. It's got little similarities
Mainly
to it.
because of Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright went off and did Scott Pilgrim versus the World while this was filming, so
yeah,
he has no involvement in it.
So bottom line,
I would give it an 8.5.
8.5.
I'd say 8.5. Average is going to be 8.5.
That's hard math.
And yeah, so we'd give it an 8.5 total. Very funny movie. Even the story, while not complex, it's a good story, and very funny. Good to sit back, relax, and watch. So that's about all for
next week. On Friday,
March 25th.
Friday, March 25th, we will have our review of Sucker Punch up. We've been looking forward to this for quite a while.
Got our tickets?
Yes, we have our ticket
actually
so
right here.
Watch for that. Okay, one of the biggest movies of the year.
No, not really.
Yeah. I guess I'll see you next time. We'll see you next time.
Next Friday.
Yes, this is ZNZ. Thank you for watching. Next week, Sucker Punch.
And subscribe and like and comment. Give us suggestions of what we should do next. Any movies from the past. Maybe these movies we should go to see. Anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.